favorite animal. Okay. Now, this could be a favorite animal at the zoo since we're going to the Chattanooga Zoo, but it doesn't have to be. So let's see. How about we start with Josh? Josh, do you have a favorite animal?
I guess the squirrel is.
The squirrel? Man, I got a ton of squirrels over here at my house. A ton, and they are busy for the winter right now, I'll tell you. There are a lot of acorns that they're picking up. So, all right, the squirrel. All right, let's see, Ms. Emily, what about you?
I'll go with giraffe.
That's a good one.
Ah,
I love
the giraffe. Well, thank you. All right. Grace, who do we have next?
Right.
Let's see.
Let's go with, what about BJ?
I'm not you.
Right. BJ, what is your favorite animal?
Elephant.
Can you say that one more time?
Elephant.
Anything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good answer. So you like all animals?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can go with that. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Aiden. Do you want to go? Let's see.
One of my favorite animals is one of those black monkeys. That's very my favorite kind too.
Okay. Awesome. That's a cool one. Thank you for sharing. All right. Who wants to go next? All right, let's see. All right, Kendall.
I would have to go with, what are those big monkeys called? I keep forgetting what they're called.
Spider monkeys?
No, they're a little bit bigger. I think they're called gorillas, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like those guys. Those are, I like the gorillas.
All right.
And I also like the giraffes.
I love it. You have lots of favorites. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Emily, what is your favorite animal?
It's gonna be a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down.
I like gorillas and giraffes and dogs and skunks.
Oh, you came prepared. You had lots of favorite animals.
Yep.
That is great.
Hello, the zoo is on here finally.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's see who hasn't gone yet. All right, let's see. Hannah, what is your favorite?
Penguin?
Penguin.
Let's go in.
Have you seen the penguins at the Chattanooga or the Tennessee Aquarium?
They're still talking. Should we go in? Or is it going to be too loud?
Okay. Awesome. All right, you guys, one more, and then we are going to turn it over to our special guest.
Lila wanted to go.
Yep. Lila, I would love to hear what is your favorite animal? I think that you guys are muted. Let me see. There we go. Try that again, Lila. Tell us, what is your favorite animal?
Monkeys.
Okay.
Monkeys.
The monkeys. That is one of mine as well.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing. All right, you guys. So I we will have a chance to visit with each other again. But I see something.
Ooh, my favorite.
Whoa.
Do
Red
you guys
panda.
see?
One of my favorites. That's one
Do
of my
you
favorite
guys
animals.
see what I see?
It's a red panda.
That is right,
I love red
Rachel.
pandas.
I love that. I love those animals. They're so cute.
Oh,
Miss
so
Lion, look.
cute.
Oh, and Kendall, I see that. Kendall has a stuffed
How
animal red
cute.
panda.
It's so cute.
At the top of the lobby, just to see.
So do you guys see? Look how cute that little face is.
I love that cute red panda.
Have Keeper
And
Amanda.
hi, Lawson. Hi, guys.
Hi.
He's going to be giving Avi, our red panda, some of his leaf eater biscuits.
My favorite.
Oh, he's so cute.
Do you
It's
guys
kinda
want to hear
cute.
some of the information Keeper Amanda has for you guys?
Yes.
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 All right, Keeper Amanda, it's up to you.
So this is Avi. He is 4 years old. He was born right
No way.
studying in the zoo, so he's
How cute.
quite enjoying. And
So cute.
It is cute.
right now we can't really see her, but her name is Willa.
Look at it. It's coming down.
And is here on the indoor exhibit.
Hi.
Oh my, another red panda.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You can see Avi here, he's having a little bit of dinner. This is a leaf eater biscuit. Pandas are mostly eat bamboo. And so we give them these little biscuits that have all the same kind of nutrition that a leaf diet would have. And you can see he's really good at holding on to those biscuits and eating them up with his paws there.
Max.
Well, he is absolutely adorable. And I will tell you, if you are interested, I believe that I have some questions for you about Avi.
Absolutely, ask away.
All right. I saw that when Lawson comes back, I saw his hand up. So we'll catch him in a second. But you guys, who else has a question? Jimmy, go ahead and you can unmute yourself, please.
I just, where do red pandas come from?
That's a good question. So red pandas live in very cold areas. That's why they're really furry. They live mostly in the Himalayan mountains. So China, Western China, and in Nepal and Northern India is where these guys are from. So cold mountain areas.
Ah, that makes total sense with all that fur.
Yes. All right. I think we have another question down here. Andrea.
If you have a question.
Well, how is he go to the bathroom?
Andrea, great
repeat that?
question. Andrea wants to know, where does he go to the bathroom?
So actually, that's a really good question because pandas have a sort of unique bathroom trait. So they go to the bathroom up in the tree, but what they do is kind of like a bathroom. They all go in the same place all the time. And that helps them keep all the smell of a red panda in that one place. So conservationists who are trying to help protect the pandas in the wild will actually put cameras around going.
Was Avi using the bathroom up there, maybe?
That's actually not one of his spots, but further over is, yeah.
That's their bathroom spot.
Interesting. You guys, who knew? They created their own little potty spot in a tree.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
All right, I see Kendall. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. What other stuff does red pandas eat?
That's a good question. So red pandas are technically actually carnivores, even though they eat mostly bamboo. But because they live up in the trees, sometimes they'll come across nests. So they'll often eat eggs. They sometimes will catch birds or small rodents. But most of their diet, about 95% of their diet, is bamboo.
Very cool.
That is awesome.
And so, Mr. Lawson, you have been patiently waiting. I have seen your hand up. What did you have a question, sir?
Yes.
Come over here closer.
Yes.
What is it?
How do red pandas where does the red pandas get their name?
That's a good question. So red pandas, when you hear the name panda, you probably usually think of the big, giant black and white pandas, right? But the word panda means bamboo eater. So red pandas and giant pandas are both bamboo eaters. And red pandas were actually called pandas a long time before the giant pandas were. So these guys are what we call the first panda.
Oh, great question, Lawson.
Yes, that's awesome.
Great question.
The red pandas are really cute.
They are
Yeah,
cute.
they are very cute.
All right.
So
So
you guys
this-
see him right here? Can you see my little cursor? He's right up there in between the trees and the rocks.
They can see, yeah.
All right, Miss Julie, did you have your hand up? There he is. Oh, there's another one.
So this is Willa, and that's Avi.
How much do they weigh?
Red pandas can weigh between 10 and 15 pounds.
Awesome.
No, I said, how much do they weigh?
Yeah, they can weigh between 10 to 15 pounds. They're not that heavy.
That's pretty light.
Wow.
Yeah.
So kind of like a giant or a kitty cat almost.
Yeah. So they look pretty big, but they're a lot of fluff.
That's right. So somebody made a comment and said that his tail looks like a fox tail.
Yeah. So that fluffy
It-
tail is one
it
thing that
kinda
helps keep them
does.
warm.
Very cool. All right, you guys. Who else has a question about these cute little red pandas?
I think BJ has had his hand up. He's been patiently waiting.
All
You
right,
can go ahead,
BJ.
BJ.
How you know what they eat?
How do you know what they eat?
Yeah.
Well, that is a good question. And I will let these guys answer it. But remember, these guys are expert with the animals, right? So we have the zookeeper that actually takes care of this particular animal. I wonder, did you know before you started taking care of the animals what they ate, or how did you learn that?
So I knew some of them, but not all of it. So for red pandas, we have partners with organizations who actually work with pandas right directly in the wild where they live. So we're able to see what they eat in the wild and study them. And then we use that information to help us decide what to feed them here at the zoo.
BJ, great question.
How you know before he live?
How do you know what, BJ?
How you know that before?
Where they live?
That's another good question, and it's kind of the same answer actually. So there's a group of scientists the red wild and tries to track these guys and find where they live, so we can kind of see how many there are out there. And so we look for things like those bathroom spots we talked about earlier to tell us that there are red pandas in the area. And so we get all of our information from the scientists who are actually out there in the wild looking for them and getting information on them.
Cool. All right, Miss Hannah, I've seen you with your hand up. You want to unmute yourself? As well. Go ahead, Hannah.
Red pandas has sharp teeth.
Yes, they do have sharp teeth.
And so along those lines, what are their claws or their paws like?
That's another very good question. So red pandas have claws that kind of stick out a little bit all the time. So if you have a cat at home, you know how their claws, they can put them inside the paw and then stick them out. Red pandas can't do that. Their claws are always sticking out a little bit. And that helps them when they climb, because red pandas live in trees. So they're very good climbers. Also, there's a really fun fact about red panda feet. They're completely covered in fur. So if you have a dog or a cat at home and you think about how their paw pads are soft and fleshy, red pandas, their paw pads are completely covered in fur. And that fur helps when it's cold to help keep their little feet warm.
Someone also asked, do they bite?
They can bite, yeah, absolutely. Teeth are going to be something that will help them defend themselves for sure. But pandas usually aren't very aggressive. They like to try to hide, and so they kind of rely on staying hidden.
Very cool.
Looks like our red
Ms.
pandas
Ju-
might be going away.
I think they're getting sleepy.
Yeah.
Miss
They're
Julie
falling
has
asleep.
that's right. They might be. Julie has a question, and I was going to ask that question about art. When do they sleep? Do they sleep during the day or at night?
Both, actually. So red pandas are very sleepy animals. They are what we call crepuscular. That's a fancy word that means that they're most active in the twilight hours, so dawn and dusk. And they spend most of their days foraging for food and eating a lot, because they're carnivores, but they eat leaves. So they have to eat a whole lot, so they eat all day long. So they mostly rotate between eating and sleeping.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Our pandas here, they just got dinner, as you saw Avi kind of munching earlier, and now they're getting ready to take a little nap.
I want to let you guys know we still have to go see our snow leopards and our gibbons before the zoo closes. So it might be a good idea to head on out and wave goodbye to the red pandas.
All right, I am with you, you guys. We could probably talk about these cute little animals all night, but like
Absolutely.
Tessa said, we still have more to see.
Let's do this.
So,
Elaine.
all right, you guys. So if you can give
Bye,
Bobby.
Willa.
Okay.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
Elaine, let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's travel the zoo. That's right.
Friends, let me put on my jacket because it was warm in there, but it's cold outside. And then I will take you to see our gibbons and our snow leopards and answer your questions.
So you guys, do you want to introduce yourself really quick, or?
I will.
Oh, hold on. No, not us. We want to hear from real quick. So you got.
You want me to go that way? Okay. All right, friends, I'm leaving. I'm leaving our red panda building. Thank you for your help.
Awesome. So you guys, you can see the cages, right? That sometimes they stay in the evenings, I think.
Yeah, so we're gonna go see their outdoor habitats. Thank you, Keeper Amanda.
You're welcome.
Usually the animals start heading in for bed now, but they're keeping them outside for a little longer so you can see them. Oh, do you see them out at the fence right now? Thank you. Look at one of our gibbons is coming to say hi to us. Hi. This is Mason. She is our girl white-cheeked gibbon. And they're called white-cheeked gibbons because you can see on her face, she has white cheeks.
She sure is cute.
Oh, I think she got distracted by our zookeeper. We'll go see her at another window. So she might have ran into her bedroom.
We have some comments about how cute she is.
Awesome.
And so with that, I'm assuming, so did they like this cold weather as well?
So they are also from Asia, where it can drops on him, but she's really social and loves making new friends. So you asked, what do monkeys eat? Well, first of all, they're apes. Monkeys have tails, and our gibbons here don't have tails. They are what's called frutivores. That means that they basically love eating fruit, but they also eat some insects and vegetables to give them variety. Oh, this is our boy Mason. This is rare for him to come say hello. You guys are lucky.
Know what a special group we have tonight.
I know, he knows important.
I see that Kendall has her hand up. Kendall, do you have a question?
Yes. How old are the gibbons?
Oh, that is a great question. I think Julius, our boy, is a little older. They both range between 12 to 15 years old.
Oh.
And I think they can live to be in the 20s, 30s. So we're going to say that they're middle age. And I saw someone commented about a girlfriend. They are girlfriend and boyfriend. They are hair. And this is a good
one too.
Because our gibbons old, so make us very happy because then their numbers would go up in the world. That means there'd be more of
I like
them.
the white one. I like the white.
Yes, this is our girl Mason and our boy. Boy gibbons are always black and girl gibbons are always blonde.
He's really cute.
Well, what an interesting fact.
That is cool.
You can tell by their faces. If you look kind of closely, you can see their eyes are like
So
this.
cute.
They are. Like Julie, do you have a question? Your hand is up.
Whoa.
Oh, yay.
So I believe, right? Did you say that they're between 10 and 15 years?
Yeah, I don't know their exact age, but when we got them last year, I think one of them was 12, one of them was 14, so they're around that.
Awesome. Hannah, did you have your hand up?
How much do
Oh, I think we lost Hannah. Hannah, did you have your hand up? Let's see if you can unmute. And Hannah, you're still muted.
Yeah.
They
all
eat
the
fruit.
sweet fruit. It looks like they
And
might have went into their bedroom for
probably
the night. Yeah.
that's probably true, Alyssa. They've been out on running around all day, you know?
They're like, I'm gonna go get beauty sleep. Good night. That's how much.
I also want to mention too, before I forget, because you guys, well, we saw our red panda to meet them and give them bamboo, and that money actually helps red pandas in the wild. So our zoo helps a lot of places out in the world, money for people to help animals out in the wild.
That's awesome.
Wow.
There they
So
are.
you guys, they get to, there they are. Look right over here. Can you guys see that? There they are. She's definitely easier to see from far away, right? Because she has that white coat. And there he is.
Yeah.
You see his arm going up. And now, is that their indoor?
That is, yeah. Windows, like doors open, because they have hammocks and swings inside, or if it's too hot or cold, they can get away. So we always give them the option. And then you saw our boy Julius right behind her. He's the black furred one. We call him her shadow because he never leaves her alone.
That's funny.
Yeah. Looks like they're up. Do you guys have any more questions before we move on to our snow leopards?
It looks like there's one in the chat box from Gracie, and it says, how many hours a day do they sleep?
Oh, that's a hard question. I don't know exactly. I know during the day they are always so active. Our boy Julius does take a lot of naps in the sun. He loves to lay right here and sunbathe.
You gotta get his vitamin D.
I think he takes little day naps. There he is. But I think they get most of their sleep at nighttime, just like we do.
Very cool.
That was a great.
Well,
all
you
of these have
guys,
been amazing questions.
I know well, and I'll tell you, I think we could probably keep going, but I know before time runs out, we want to make sure we get to see our last animal.
Yes,
we're gonna do this.
And if I don't see them from this window, I will go up top. Oh, I think I spotted one. So snow leopards are called ghosts of the mountains because they're so good at blending in. But there is one right on top of the rock.
I see it.
See right there where my cursor is?
And then there's another one coming in and out of that chute area.
Right there.
So the one on top of the rock is our girl, Callie. Oh, there's our boy. See him?
You guys can barely see him. He's poking his head out. Do you see that?
I can get a little closer. I can move around if you guys want me to. Let's go on a fun zoo walk right now.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. That's right,
It might
Alyssa.
be it might be a little loud because the train's going by.
Oh, it's fine.
So you guys, I bet that the snow leopards for sure are loving this weather.
Oh yeah, whenever we have a snow day, they go bananas.
Right. That's understandable.
How do you do?
They probably blend into it too because they're the same color of snow.
You can see her head there. So they're really good at blending in with the snow. That's why they're called snow leopards, blending in with the rock. And this is where our boy was walking. Oh, look at that.
Look at him.
Wow.
He's on it.
Wow.
I think that was our girl. I think she went home because Keeper Amanda is shutting their bedrooms down for the night.
She's going bananas.
And
running.
I bet.
Maybe another one might poke their head. Look at that.
She's cute.
There you.
Yeah.
There
And
they
they're
are.
pretty too.
There they are.
Do
The
you guys
colors are
notice
pretty.
their super long tail? how their tail is really long? Their long tail is to help them with balance because they climb mountains that are so steep, they might fall. So their long tail helps them climb. Just like if you put your hands out to balance, that can help you.
I'm making
Listen,
no.
what do the snow leopards eat?
What do they eat? So they are carnivores. They are meat eaters. So we can give them ground beef, ground chicken, steaks, whole chickens, whole rats, whole rabbits, whole guinea pigs. They love it all that we find pretty gross. And it looks like right there, she might be trying to chase the gibbons.
She's like trying to chase me, like.
Yeah. So snow leopards, like I said, they're called ghosts of the mountains because they're so hard to find, to where scientists don't know a lot about them in the wild. So we give money to people where they can put cameras up in the wild to try to snap photos of them because we don't even know how many there are in the wild. We don't have a number because it's so hard to spot them and keep track of them because they blend in so well with their snowy home.
That is very cool. I've actually seen some of those cameras, I guess on the internet, right? And people, and they just wait, right? People just put these cameras up and maybe one day that a big cat like that will walk past the camera. So
yeah, we give, it's called the Snow Leopard Trust. And we actually have one of these cameras here at the zoo. So if you ever visit, we have one of the cameras mounted to the wall, which scientists have used. It's really cool.
wow.
Looks like, so that leads into their bedroom for the night.
Awesome. I think, Julie, do you have another question?
Yes, ma'am. How much do they weigh?
Oh, that is a very hard question because I'm not their keeper, so I don't know as much as Keeper Amanda would. They don't weigh as much as you think. Same with our chimpanzees. Our chimpanzees aren't as heavy. I would guess, again, I don't know, I would guess anywhere from 100 to 170 pounds. So while that might not be a lot, they have a lot of muscle to pack behind. I just saw our snow leopards come out. There it is. So yeah, they're really strong. They're all muscle and they're really good pouncers and climbers. And we have mesh covering all of this because our snow leopards can climb all the way to that window. So we want to make sure that they stay in here.
Wow. Lawson, do you have a question?
Do they eat real good?
There she is. There she is.
Yeah.
Lawson, buddy, go ahead with your question.
So the snow leopards kind of look like cheetahs.
You know what? They have very similar spots. There are a lot of cats in the world that have spots like cheetahs, jaguars, and snow leopards. And just like how our fingerprints are different from everyone else's, all of their spots are different from all other snow leopards.
That's right.
Active.
That's a good question. Do you guys remember if you got to join us with the giraffes last time, the same thing, right? That these animals, even though they look similar, right? Even if it's the same species, the same animal. So if it was 2 snow leopards or 2 giraffes, but they can actually be identified, right, by the way their spots are on their body, just like we can with our fingerprints.
Yeah. The way I tell them apart is Tashi, our boy, and Callie is our girl. Tashi has a white tip on his tail, and that's how I tell them apart.
Next time you guys are there, you'll be able to know the difference.
Yeah. You guys want to know something silly about Tashi, our boy?
Yes.
So he is right across from our petting zoo, and every day he loves to stare at these goats. And he got so excited once, he bumped his nose into the fence because he thought he could get the goat.
Ah, me.
That's funny.
That is funny. Oh my gosh, that one is like
Yeah.
pacey.
He can't get the gibbons. There's space and another fence between, but he is a hunter. So he's trying to figure out if there's some way he can get to those gibbons.
Right?
He can't though. And we feed him plenty of food. And we also give him lots of toys because he's a cat after all. Cats love to scratch and play with toys. So they love to lay in this big tire.
They're like big babies.
Yeah, we spray perfume on the trees and they rub up on the trees. We give them lots of balls to bat around and things to scratch.
That's funny.
I know. That's right. So you guys, if you have ever been to zoo camp or zooability camp, right? We've actually, and I don't know, I'm sure over the years we've done snow leopards, but we have done some of the cats, right? Where we've used the perfume sprays to spray on different things, and then the keeper takes it in there and they all over it.
They go crazy for it.
And you guys, I know we're about to run out of time, so I want to give somebody who hasn't had a chance to ask a question to ask a question. And so I see Ms. Emily, your hand is up. Ms. Emily Billings.
Yep.
Amanda.
What would you like to say?
I don't I did the my camp day and I did horseback ride and that camp will do. So yeah, I've been there.
You have. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Emily. All right. And Ms. Hannah.
How many babies do they have?
How many babies do you have?
How many babies do they have whenever they have?
So they don't,
babies?
That's a great question. They don't have any babies yet. Tashi, our boy, isn't quite old enough, but we're hoping next year they might have at least one snow leopard cub because we would love to have babies. How cute would that be?
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that might be one of the cutest things ever.
I know. I think they went up for the night for their bedroom because I think Keeper Amanda gave them some raw meat in their home. So they're probably chowing down on their dinner.
I don't know if we can compete with a lot, you guys, but I don't know if we can compete with the snow leopard's dinner.
That's funny.
So you guys, do you have any other questions kind of about the zoo or about any of the animals that we saw tonight before we wrap up?
How old are the snow leopards? How old can the snow leopards get?
Great question. So Tashi is 4 years old and Callie is 7 years old.
Still a baby.
I know those ages.
But they're really, really pretty though.
They're so pretty. So
They are.
the reason that there's not a lot of them in the wild because they get hunted for that pretty fur, which is sad. And also their home, the snowy mountains with the trees, gets destroyed. So that's why they're not doing too well in the wild.
Right. So you guys, that's why it's important, right? For the zoo and other zoos and organizations to kind of help with that conservation. All right.
We got a rare last showing before we go. There they go.
Oh, how cute.
So cute.
So cute. And it's me again.
You guys, so those, their tails really are quite large, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's as long as their whole body. So like if you were to put out your arms and walking on the tightrope, that helps us balance. That helps them balance as they climb a mountain that's basically straight up. Climbing a mountain like this is easy. They have to climb a mountain that stands straight up. So they need that tail to help them.
Yep.